What is happening, people? I hope we're live. I think we're live. I've no idea if we're live. Let me know if we're live. I haven't put the lights on. Oh, always a shocker there. Missed the intro. Clicked the wrong bit. How are we all? That is my morning this morning. So, interesting note. This was supposed to be at 9 o'clock. I haven't put a schedule out yet. I am well behind. I am, as usual, sort of cramming my diary too full and then not able to keep up with everything that I've got planned in. So this was supposed to be at 9 o'clock, but I was out in taxi last night and I didn't get in till like 2 o'clock this morning. So just about sort girls off at school run, which Mrs. Ramble gladly, thankfully, sorted out, and then rolled myself out of bed. And then I've had other stuff Ramble related to do and sort of try and get on top of. But I hope you're all good. I hope you're all doing well. It's just this morning, there's a couple of bits I do want to talk about. There's a big change coming that I've decided is going to happen. And I know there hasn't been as much content. You might not feel like it, but there hasn't been as much content. Or I don't know. It don't feel like it to me. But I have been doing a lot of work in the background, as you can probably appreciate, because those of you that know me know my brain does not stop. In terms of that, I spoke last time about seeking out a potential autism or ADHD diagnosis. I haven't done anything about that since I last spoke to you. Not one thing. And that, I believe, is quite typical of the situation that I am in. So that's been put on the back burner. For those that are asking about my fitness journey, I'll be honest, I've probably had about a week off. And that is partly intentional. It wasn't, essentially. I did okay. So Finn's been on holiday, my PT, which isn't an excuse for me to completely drop off the edge. And I didn't do, really. So what happened was last week, Finn went away. So I knew I didn't have any PT sessions over in Sheffield. But my plan was to do some cardio during the week and then enjoy my birthday, because it was my birthday last Friday. Thank you to everybody that sent birthday messages in, by the way. So we went away Thursday night. I didn't know we were doing it, but we went away a Thursday. I knew we were going somewhere, but I didn't know what was happening. We ended up going at Lakes, staying on a farm. Girls absolutely loved it. It was a really nice breakaway Mrs. Ramble arranged. But from Thursday, really, I were off plan completely. And I've just enjoyed my birthday. And I check in with Finn every week, who's got a 10% for life discount going on at the minute. So Finn McNamara PT on Instagram. If you're interested in signing up with Finn, I'm well back on it now. I'm going to the gym today. I've signed up to Pure Gym where I am as well, so I can get some local workouts done. I don't have to travel up to Sheffield all the time to just have that access. I am well back on it now, but I don't feel guilty at all for enjoying my birthday, and I feel like I've earned it. I don't necessarily mean because I haven't lost weight, as you know. We'll start doing more check-ins again with the weight now that I'm back sort of off after my week off. But I don't feel guilty for enjoying my birthday. And like I said, I feel like I've earned it. I'm working hard at the minute, whether it's people are seeing it or not. There's a lot going on. And part of that is why I was going to check in with you guys this morning and let you know some of the things that we're planning. So I've got a list here. I never have a list, but I've got a list here. I'm going to go through it with you, and I'm going to tell you exactly what is planned for the end of the season, like closed season, and next season, if you like. So there's loads of stuff that I've got in my head. So this isn't absolutely verbatim, nailed on, signed, sealed, delivered. I am thinking that this is the way we're going, and I've spent a lot of time thinking about it. So on Blades Ramble currently, what we've got is we've got watch-alongs, we've got combo with myself and Cal Fowler, we've got hot off the presser before every match, we've got countdown to kick-off before every match, we've got 90 after 90, and an after party if we win. More to come on that in a minute. And we've got 3MB, and then sporadically we've got talking sense and ad hoc rambles then when something happens that we want to talk about. That's generally the way that we go. We've got View from the Mountain that I don't lead on. Obviously, it's a Paul Mountain show, which has been revived and it's going down really well. Thank you for all the positive comments about that. That may return this week. It may be the week after. Paul's just having a little time out at the minute. We've got Ramble on the Road, which again is not me. I edit it, but Big T is the face of Ramble on the Road. These are all as they are, and they are staying, other than the 90 after 90 after party situation. So we have always been a channel that has been led by the audience, and I think that is, you know, a big part of, you know, how we've grown. And a lot of people will point to, or certainly a lot of Platinum Ramblers will point to a certain incident that happened during the after party, whereby it was sort of, there was a contrasting comment about 90 after 90 being a lot better than the after party and stuff like that. But there's certain context around it, but I want feedback on how people feel about what content we put out. I don't want people just to be, look, I don't want people to just have a pop at me all the time, but I want people, certainly in the Platinum chat and the Ramblers chat and everybody that supports us and people that watch us online, I want to know whether you're enjoying what we're doing. And if you don't tell me, I don't want, you know, don't come on and slate me by any means. It's a very fine line to walk this, but if you're not enjoying something, I want to know about it. Usually, the way people would do that is it's reflected in the views of the show. So you'll know if something's low viewership, people don't tend to like them. After parties, I love. I absolutely love them. And I've had a message from Jamie Dumpling this morning. Morning, Jamie Dumpling. Hope you're good, mate. Not long now till you're back amongst it with the rest of us. He's got a girlfriend, did you know? He lets everybody know every time he sees her. He's basically saying, I've seen some of the chat about after party and stuff like this. Please, please, please keep them. I love them. Well, you might be a little bit disappointed with what I'm about to say, Jay, but I've decided, and this is my decision, and I'll explain why, that instead of the after party, we'll be reverting back to 90 after 90 after every game. I love 90 after 90. It's like a pure post-match. We sometimes call it therapy. We sometimes use it as a way to celebrate. I'm also very proud of the after party in terms of, I think it's quite innovative. I think it's quite, it captures the atmosphere. But watching it back, and I've not just done it this time, I've done it with several. Watching it back, it doesn't translate very well in terms of when you're there and you're involved in it, which Jamie is when he's in the country. Jamie's there. A lot of the Ramblers are there. A lot of people come and interact with us while they're there. And those people that are there with us love it. From my experience and from the feedback I get, it's brilliant because you can feel the atmosphere in the hotel and you can sort of soak it up. It doesn't really, because we've got like, it might be as simple as having like noise reductors and things like that, but it just feels a little bit chaotic when I'm watching it back. And that's, look, we've never been a super professional and polished outfit, as you could tell by the start of this show, but I don't want to feel a little bit clunky when I'm watching a full stream and things like that. So the after party is not going away as in like we'll never see it again. I think what we'll look to do with the after party is if we win a home game, I'm well up for nipping into the hotel, getting some post-match reaction from fans while the atmosphere is going as it is, and chucking them up as shorts or short interviews with people in and around the hotel. I still want to capture that atmosphere. And after big results, like when we beat the Wendy's, it was an incredible stream. And I want to still be able to do it for special occasions like that. But I think in terms of the products that we put out, and this is due to listening to other people's feedback as well, I think that's where we're going to go with it. I think we're going to return to a 90 after 90 format across the board. I think it's cleaner. I think everybody knows where we're going to be, what we're going to be doing. As I say, after the wins, I'll still be in and around the hotel trying to capture little bits. But ultimately, the big thing will be 90 after 90 as a debrief. So that was the big thing that I wanted to talk to you about. There's also stuff that I'm wanting to bring into the Blades Ramble. And speaking of Jamie Dumpling, I was already featured an awful lot this morning, as well as the post-match that I want to capture with the after party. And it might not be me, it might be other lads going in and speaking to other fans that are in the hotel, because I know some of our Ramblers go in and they could potentially lead on that. Jamie Dumpling is going to get the pre-match thoughts of fans before the game. We've often talked about, I want people to nail what their thoughts are before kick-off. When that team comes out, I want to know and capture what people are thinking. Now, we're only going to be able to do a small sample size, but it's so easy if you see the team and then you have your thoughts on it, and then we have the game, and if it doesn't go our way, some people, not all, and it's probably a small minority, why did you play him? What's Rothwell in for? What's McGuinness in for? It could work. Look, if you'd have captured my thoughts pre-game, before Hull, why is Gyro not in that side? And Bindon can feel really hard done to. He brought McGuinness and Rothwell in. And apologies, this is Blades heavy, but this is an update on what's going on. It's formally behind the Ramble, isn't it? It's the other side of the Blades Ramble. But McGuinness came in, stopped it from going to 2-0 when Hull were leading by a goal line headed clearance, and also did a lot of other good things during the game. And in the second half, a lot of people think Joe Rothwell was the best player on the pitch. So that would have been proving me wrong in terms of my selection. It also works the other way, where you think Wilder's made a brilliant selection there and we can't do anything different, and then we get beat. And it's very easy to blame the manager after that. But before the game, a lot of people were saying he's made the right decision. So I love the thought of being able to capture that. I spoke to Jamie Dumpling about it. We're going to call it, and Jamie's hearing this for the first time, it's going to be before the whistle. So we're going to do a little short series where before every game, probably in Triple Point, who we are currently in negotiations with, we will likely be interviewing people before the game. Very short clips, and then uploading them as fast as we can. So it's banked and we know what people think. We're going to bring in a Blades on Loan series. That'll be another short series. What I don't want to do is pack the channel with loads of long form content, because we've got plenty, as you know. In the summer, the majority of that will go away. There's no games, no Sheffield United games for watch-alongs. Me and Cal are talking about still doing combo, but for England. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see what comes of that. I'll be doing Hot Off the Presser and Countdown to kick off, and 90 after 90 for England, actually, but that'll be on Ramble FC. So in terms of Blades Ramble, 3 Mardy Blades, I need to talk to the boys about their plans over the summer and whether we move it to a fortnightly or whether we keep it to a weekly. I'd love to keep it going, but obviously I don't want to just be repetitive. The goal with the channel is always to make purposeful content. So there are some other things that we're going to talk about, which I'll come to, but this is about during the season. We're going to be doing a Blades on Loan short series, and I think the way I want to do that is allocate a player to a Platinum Rambler. So say, like this season, Ryan O'Neill has gone out on loan to Lincoln. That might be Russ Bradbury's player. And every week he'll do us a short and let us know how Ryan O'Neill's gone on at Lincoln. And, you know, somebody else might get Louis Marsh. Scott Morton might get Louis Marsh if he wants to put his hand up and do it. And he gives us a breakdown every week as a short. Louis Marsh out on loan, doing this, scored this week, came on, played 60 minutes, set a goal up. I just want to know in a short snippet what our lads out on loan are doing. And then we're also going to have because I want to move more towards offering exclusive content to those that sign up to be Ramblers and Platinum Ramblers. In a similar context to Hot Off the Presser, we're going to have a Ramblers exclusive. What are they saying? So I want to do a review of the pre-match presser of the opposition. Much shorter than Hot Off the Presser. It's not going to be a full transcript. It's going to be like a summary of what they're saying to prepare us for it, and that'll be a Ramblers exclusive show next season. I'll probably publish it as shorts on the main channel, but if you want to see the whole thing, it's for Ramblers only. So that's what I'm thinking in terms of next season on the Blades Ramble. And during the summer months, I've got 4 shows that I'm going to rotate. First is going to be What Do We Know? And those are rumours that are circulating. Online, what's the speculation? What's happening? Which players are we being talked about, linked with us in and out? We're going to have a transfer tracker. So I'm going to talk about possibly up to 5. It's going to be a weekly show, that, and possibly up to 5 deals that have gone on within the Championship with our rivals. So Middlesbrough sign a player. What does it mean for them? Is it a good signing for them? Are we jealous about it? Does it improve them? Is it value for money? We're going to look at what they're doing in terms of bringing players in. 10-minute transfers returns. I haven't really worked out the full format. I know it's a 10-minute transfer show. Likely live. But then I do get bogged down in the comments, and it ends up being 25-minute transfers. But that's what we do on the Ramble anyway. So I'm not too fussed about that. And then touchy subject. I'm going to revamp a little bit of touchy subject and sort of this season it would have been, can Bindon and Tanganga play together? It might be, do we sell Gus Hamer? It might be, what if City leaves? Would you, all these sort of, would you re-sign Calvin Phillips if it means Gyro doesn't stay? I know there's rumours about Gyro having his contract triggered, which is brilliant news, by the way. So that is a Blades Ramble full update on what's coming to the channel, both in the summer and in the weeks to come. We're also going to touch on stuff we've got planned for Ramble FC, which I think is really exciting, and for this channel, the other side as well. But I can probably save that for another one, because that's plenty in it for now, plenty to digest. I want to know what you think. I want to know your comments and how you're feeling about it. And again, this isn't just about an update as to what's happening with me and what's happening with the channel. What's happening with you guys? Are you all right? Are you good? This is where you can check in and just decompress a little bit. I know a lot of you might be working at the moment or at college or whatever it is that you're doing. But Sarah starts us off this morning, and again, I'm speaking to Christian about getting these comments up. It's my fault. I have not been available. As I say, I was away for my birthday back end of last week. But Sarah starts us off. Morning, mate. I hope you're okay. I'm good, thank you. Hope you are too. I'll be honest, I've not been taking my meds, which is ridiculously silly. And as a result, I've been a bit more up and down. My sleep's been affected. I'm going to get back on it, I promise. But I've been very silly. Very silly. Batman Lou says, good morning, Jim. I see you went for 1,100 hours. Roger that, over. We've been talking to Gaz Dunn, and it's made us the phonetic alphabet, aware of the phonetic alphabet, and 1,100 hours and 1,200 hours, and roger that, and, Papua New Guinea and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, Batman Lou, whose brother, Batman Luke, has just become a Platinum Rambler. Welcome, Batman Luke. More of the Walker clan, please. I think there's about 6 or 7 of them. So, yeah, the more the merrier. But having said that, if what's going to go on in our Platinum chat starts to happen on screen, we might have to have words, because, yeah, them two together, I was not expecting that. Not expecting that at all. Alex says, morning, Jimmy. Hope you're good, pal. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Seems great news on the Gyro front. I might do a little itty of a video on that tonight. Might do a ramble on it. Don't know when I can squeeze it in, really, because we've got All About the Championship live this evening. Just trying to nail down a time. And I'm possibly going to do Portsmouth v Ipswich, because it's a banger of a game and I'd like to watch it. So that might be happening. So I do want to talk about the Gyro and Tom Davies situation. Yeah, so we'll see if we can squeeze that in. But yeah, brilliant. Ultimately, Alex, brilliant news on Gyro Riedeveld. We were speculating what were happening. It'll be interesting to see whether he now starts at the weekend. Well, we've not triggered it yet, but Danny Hall in the Sheffield Star is reporting, he was the first I saw it reported anywhere, that United are going to trigger Gyro Riedeveld's 1-year extension option, which is brilliant news. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he starts at the weekend because of that. Because there was some... glad you had a good day yesterday, says Lou. I know it feels like a privilege, but remember, you've worked hard for it. Sometimes privileges are earned. Thank you, my mate. So Lou's referring to, there was a player meet and greet for player sponsors yesterday, and I was fortunate enough to go down, and we've got a little bit of footage because Bald and Brilliant Lee came with me and was kind enough to do a bit of filming. Not loads. I haven't even looked at it yet, so we're going to piece together what we can, and if it's worth releasing as a video on the full channel, we will do. It might just be another Ramblers exclusive if there's not much footage that we can go with. But I was conscious of us not just shoving the camera in the faces and stuff like that, because, it's nice just to get to know them as people rather than, can we get some content out of this? So we had some really good chats with a lot of the players, and I was a bit humbled yesterday. It's always a pinch me moment with these sort of things. And yeah, I'll never, ever take for granted the position I'm in. I know so many people would love to be, and I've no great talent over anybody else. And I would, again, it goes back to the old thing that I talk about. I would encourage anybody to go for it, or if you want to be more involved in the Ramble, then you're more than welcome to. We offer it out as a Platinum Rambler privilege to be more involved, and I like to try and include people where I can in these sort of things. So, yeah, very lucky, very lucky. Pete says, morning all. Good morning, Pete. Hope you're good. Oh no, he's booing me. He's booing me for after party news. Oh, sorry, Pete. Sorry. We'll sort it, mate. Luke Sublade says, belated happy birthday, Jim. Thank you, my mate. Matt says, morning, Jim and the Ramblers. That sounds like a band, doesn't it? Sounds like a band, that. Taxi videos coming back. I've got it penciled in as a possibility. I'll be honest, I enjoy the taxiing a lot more when I'm not having to think about recording it. So we'll see, is the honest answer. We'll see, Matt. I don't want to sort of guarantee it, and then because I tried bringing it back and then I lost a bit of steam with it, and I don't want to start stuff. So I'm always conscious when I'm talking about changes that I actually see them through, and it's accountability and stuff like that, isn't it? So Dave Morwood says, Jamie's got a girlfriend. I hope he loves his. Yes, Jamie has got a girlfriend. Jamie Dumpling. Can we all just take a moment to give Jamie Dumpling a round of applause? To be honest, it's a little bit that we're doing because I don't know why, but every other sentence he announces in the group that he's got a girlfriend. Jack says he completely disagrees. He loves the after party and he's not made one yet. Jack, I know. Look, there will be people that enjoy it, and I thank you for that. And it's not to deprive anybody of anything, and I will still be in and around it after the game if we've won, and I'll still be getting footage. But I have to think about the quality of. There will always be people that look. I love 3 Mardy Blades. Love it. It's possibly, other than my stuff with my dad, it's possibly my favourite show that we do. Because we never plan anything. We just get into a conversation, and it always ends up usually me and Paul going back and forth, and Dave laughing his head off at us talking nonsense. But I love it. But there will also be people that don't like that. So there will be people that like the after party. I'm sure of it, and I hope they do. And it's not to deprive them of that, but I have to sort of balance out what's going to be best for the channel overall. So I do apologise to those that enjoy the after party, but I have to. Plus, there are ulterior motives as well. If I'm going to be honest, my Sophie, who I've got twin girls, 10-year-old, and Sophie's talking about she'd like to come to more games with me. She actually wanted the season ticket, but I think it's more the idea of coming to games with me that I wanted to get used to. If I go to Triple Point for an hour before game, then we have an hour and a half, 2 hours at the game. Then I do another hour and a half after the game with setup and everything like that. It's a long, long day for her. And I have to be selfish in terms of what's best for it, because ultimately, and you'll all respect this, family comes first, doesn't it? So I wanted to enjoy the day as well. I don't want it to just be watching Daddy on screen and doing his thing and talking to everybody. So there's a little bit of that as well. That's not the main driver, because she's been to 2 games with me before. But I don't want it to be an obstacle for her as well to not come to games, because that is really important to me too. Sounds very echoey in the after party, says James. Yeah, sometimes the sound we've never quite nailed. I think we've got much closer to where we want it to be. But with that comes the counter of you can't capture the atmosphere either. So it's because you've isolated the sound so everybody can hear me, and I've still not mastered the tone because it's so loud around me, which nobody can hear through the screen. Everybody didn't think. But I'm trying not to shout into the microphone. I'm trying to speak normally like I am now. It's very difficult to do in a loud room. Jack says, thought Rothwell and McGuinness did themselves so much good against Hull. I completely agree. What about a quick 1-minute video on the whistle so it goes out immediately? James, that's something that we could do as well. Yeah, no, nothing's off the table. I want people to be involved in pitching ideas and being involved in what we do. So, yes, mate, I'm up for that as well. As Gyro re-signed, says Matt, no, but Danny Hall, as I say, I want to give the right credit to the right people. Danny Hall is the first person I've seen reporting that United are going to, not might, are going to. So it's not done yet, from what I understand. But Mark Meldrew says, can just see Dumpling singing to his girlfriend, and I will love you, baby. To what tune? To what tune, Marco? And then we'll have a sing song about it. Ian says, good morning, Jimmy. Looking forward to all the off-season stuff. Already counting down to transfer deadline day. I'm actually, do you know, I've got these ideas. So to remind you as well, it's What Do We Know? That's a rumours show. That's based on like rumours, who we might be linked with. It might be debunking some rumours and stuff like that about what we know or what we don't know. 10-minute transfers will be transfers that have either just happened or are about to happen, or it's breaking news about transfers. So that's 10-minute transfers, which you're all aware of. I'm quite looking forward to Transfer Tracker and looking at what other teams are doing in and around us. And, all right, so Watford have gone for him. We could have got him. Or would he have fit in our side really well? So I think that's something I'm looking forward to. And touchy subject has been sort of something that I've been trying to refine for a little while. And I think it'll work really well over the summer in terms of taboo subjects that people don't like to talk about. Always, you know, is Chris Wilder the right man to lead us forward? That's a touchy subject, isn't it? It's such a one for me, because I think, yes, he is, but some people might not. Jack says, can't wait for the summer window content. Thank you, my mate. Running Bladesman. Dave says, morning, Jim. Great news on Gyro if it's true. Completely agree. It'll be a big part of the Blades going forward next season. Centre midfield of him and Calvin Phillips, maybe. Bit of KP nuts. Claire says, hi, Jimmy. As a lover of your channels, but not being a Blade, I prefer 90 after 90, but would still watch the after party. Thank you, Claire. Partly because I can't join in. That's Claire, the Coventry fan. Thank you, Claire. Very much. Obviously, it shows that you are supporting us by being here on our non-football related. Obviously, there's a lot of football news this morning, but thank you for joining us, Claire. It's been great to see you so regularly on our streams, and you're very much welcome here, as you know. So that's about it. I'm not going to waffle on any longer than I already have. I'm coming up to about half an hour or something like that as the show. So. Yeah, just wanted to keep you in the loop as to what's happening. The big news being that the after party is going to take a bit of a back burner. Look, we've got Preston at home is the last possible after party of the season. So if we win that game, which we should, Chris, we should, then I might do a shorter version as we sort of step down from it as a regular thing. But I'll also do a 90 after 90 because that's the way we're going to do. We're going to get into the rhythm of doing 90 after 90s again. And yeah, I just want to try and refine what we're always trying to improve, as you know, and it'll all be based on your feedback. So I'll catch up with you soon. Wife is FaceTiming me. I'll have to get back to her in a sec. James says, is it June or July when the next window opens? It'll be June, pal, I believe. Yeah, it's something like 9th of June, isn't it? Might be wrong. The one thing you need to keep, says Pete, is the multi-match reports, Jimmy. The Rogers household love it, especially Diane and the Timu Shed saga. Oh, mate. Absolutely loved it, and yes, we will be doing that. So, Sal's ringing me now. What's going off? Yeah, we'll definitely be doing that. The multi-stream where we do several watch-alongs at once. Loads of different ramblers are watching different games. Whenever Sheffield United are not playing, we will be doing those because I absolutely love them too. So thank you for your support, everybody. We'll catch up with you all very soon. But for now, see you on the other side.
No